It could be the afternoon too. Please make sure that you're completely silent as we're beginning your please do now, okay? Yes, it could be the afternoon too. Please make sure that you're completely silent as we're beginning your please do now, okay? Now to go over the correct answers to your please do now. Okay, heads up, track meet. Okay, in the back. Let's go. Wonderful. Okay, we're going to now go over the answers for our please do now. Can I get some volunteers for question number 1? College hands. Volunteers for question number 1. Okay. I would like to see the correct answer. Number 1 says, in a land breeze, the blank air, blank goes to the sea. The correct answer is, the cold air rises, oh, I lied, sorry. The cold air sinks and goes to the sea. The correct answer for number 1 is D. Okay? We're going to move on to question number 2. I'm not going to take volunteers for this one. Please just listen and check your answers to see what you, see if you got it correct. Number 2, in a sea breeze, the blank air blank and goes to the land. Check your answers. The cold air rises and goes to the land. Okay? Send yourself some shine if you got that one correct. Question number 3 was a little bit tricky. Okay, you had to draw a diagram that showed me a sea breeze, and it had to include the time of day, the arrows, the cold air, and the warm air. Now I'm going to do what you all love to see, and I'm going to draw you a picture. Okay? Question number 4. Question number 4 said, check if the organelle is found in a plant cell, an animal cell, or both. Okay? As I check around the classroom, I should see, hey, that we've got either checked for plant cell, an animal cell, or in both columns. Okay. Nucleus. You should have checked plant cell and animal cell. Vacuole. Okay? Can I get a leader to tell me what is a vacuole? What is a vacuole? Go ahead. Okay, a vacuole carries like water in the cell, waste in the cell, and food in the cell. Okay, so we'll get it next time. All right. Chloroplast. Sorry, vacuole is found in both the plant cell and the animal cell. You got it right? Good job, girl. You could. Next is the chloroplast. Okay, chloroplast is only found in a plant cell, so you should have only checked plant cell there. Okay. If you did that, send yourself some shine. Now, I want you to think in your mind, okay? What does the chloroplast do for a cell? What does chloroplast do? Think, think, think. Chloroplast is what makes the plant green, okay? If you knew that, good job. Chloroplast is only in a plant cell. Mitochondria or mitochondria are found in animal cells. Cell membrane is in both plant and animal cells, and a cell wall is only in a plant cell. I know you know that. Let's move down to number 5. Number 5 is when these questions really start. Number 5 is when these questions really start getting tricky, okay? Number 5, Julie pushes 2 blocks with the same amount of force. One block has more mass than the other block. Which of the following is correct? So one's heavier, she's pushing them with the same force. Think of when we push that little box in the stool or the crate. Okay? The correct answer is A. The block with more mass will not move as far as the other block. Let's finish up questions number 6, 7, and 8, and we'll move on to our quick lesson today. Okay? Question number 6. We have all this data. There's apple, a sheet of paper, a book. They're round, rectangular, all different sorts of shapes. And we had to figure out what Tessa could conclude from all that data. Okay? So we're looking at the mass and especially the time to drop. A says the mass of an object affects the rate at which it falls. Okay, let's look at the mass. Wow. Yeah, there are some differences in the mass. However, 150 grams and 57 grams both took the same amount of time to drop, so we're going to come back to that. B says the shape of an object affects the rate at which it falls. Now this could be it. We got the round ones all took 3 seconds to fall. That's a good hint for us. C, objects with more mass fall more quickly. Not necessarily true if you look at the apple and the tennis ball. Objects that are round fall more slowly than objects that are flat, and that's not true. That apple and that tennis ball fell faster than anything else. So the correct answer there is going to be B. Let's go over these last 2 questions before we move on today. Question number 7. Stephanie wants to push a box weighing 20 kilograms and a box weighing 10 kilograms the same distance across the floor. So she needs to get those boxes from all the way over here, all the way over there. But they weigh different amounts, okay? What's going to happen, the correct answer is B. She will use more force moving the box that's heavier, weighing 20 kilograms, okay? Our last question. Now, hopefully you're at the point where you've gotten most of these correct. Number 8 maybe gives you the chance to get 8 out of 8 correct on your Please Do Now for today. Okay? Number 8 says, which of the following statements about gravity is true? The correct answer is C. Okay? Gravity exists between all objects, whether they're touching or not touching, it doesn't matter. Neon notebook time! Materials managers, go ahead and grab those neon notebooks. If you are not a materials manager, please sit in Slate and Track Me up front and make sure that you are ready for those notebooks to come out. Okay? Notebook with you on your desk, okay? Hopefully you've got lots of these boxes colored in from our work yesterday. I know a lot of you got to bubble in a lot of those, showing you really have mastered a lot of this content. We're going to go ahead and move forward to our next neon notebook practice question today. So please flip this open to the newest blank page in your neon notebook. We're going to do the same thing we do every day. However, today it's going to be on you to make sure that you do this correctly on your own, okay? So in your classwork, if you take a look, it's got the practice question there for you. It says, copy the following question in the practice question box. Same box as always. Now, Daly, and anyone else in, UNC or UGA who does not like to draw the diagram, you must draw the diagram as a part of your practice question, okay? Teacher who's with you is going to come around and make sure you've got that, that diagram drawn. That's the instruction. Copy the practice question in the not yet. When I say go, pencils are still in home while I'm giving directions. Okay? So, when I say go, you're going to pick up your pencil, you're going to start with the practice question. Before you answer it, cheaters, because I know how you guys like to do, okay, especially this one right here, cheater. Before you answer it, you need to go through and you need to list the key terms. If you look on your classwork, you see there are 3 key terms: mass, force, and gram. Gram, you're going to have to use some knowledge from the question and the context of the question to figure that out. Then you're going to go forward to answer the justification and fill in any helpful hints you can think of, okay? You're doing this by yourself, complete level 0, which means there should not be a word spoken in this classroom, okay? You may begin. The correct answer for your neon notebook practice question today was B, okay? The baseball will... Oh, no, sorry. The correct answer is C, not B. My mistake. We know how I do sometimes. The correct answer is C. The baseball is going to travel farther because it has less mass. So if we push it with the same force, that baseball is not going to go as far because it has less mass, okay? Can I get a leader to tell me a justification? How do we know that's going to be true? Okay? How do we know that baseball is going to have less mass? Good. Okay? Great justification there. Thank you for sharing. We're going to do now, I'm going to give you about 10 minutes to work through a practice activity. Now, you have seen this activity before. Okay? So what I need, maybe we'll give you just 7 minutes. Since you've seen it before, you should be able to move pretty quickly. Yesterday, I noticed when I was looking at some of your classwork, some of you guys were actually struggling with plant cells and animal cells and figuring out, what's in a plant cell? Where do these things go? What do these organelles do? So I'm going to give you one more chance today to practice that before you take your weekly assessment in just a moment. Okay? So, what's going to happen when I say go, you're going to turn to that next page in your classwork and you're going to work all the way through the end of the packet reviewing plant cells and animal cells. Okay? You may go.